And we're already back with our top four, our first top four match. We have here a True Draco mirror match between Kenny Double Bias and.
Hwangchung Nguyen.
Okay, I think we're going straight to the game at this point.
Yes. What do both players play?
Well, we have the True Draco mirror match, but not both are playing the same list.
Yeah.
We have on
On
Huang's
Huang's side, we have a little bit of a spellbook engine there integrated to get a little bit more draws into his deck.
And Kenny is playing without the spellbook engine. However, he's playing the Drake for the third.
The Dryath, the one which is when it's tributed, it special summons another True Draco from the deck to get more tribute fodder to the field. And it's also protecting the monsters, I think, from destruction or something. It has some protection effect integrated when it's tribute summoned. I kind of like Dryath.
So it could be interesting to see the two different versions of pure True Draco. I think this week in general we didn't have that many pure True Draco. I think one or two.
We had like a spellbook True Draco. We had Metal Foe True Draco with Cosmos, so more like mixed variants. Now it's like more of pure variants that we're seeing here. I think we had one pure True Draco, but I think he lost like 0-2 directly in his first round.
Yeah. So we'll see who is going first.
So shaking hands here. And Nguyen is starting this match with a Pot of Desires. Let's see. I don't think any one of them is playing hand traps, so they can go off as they like, because both are presumably playing the mice in their deck. Yep. So they can't afford to play such cards like hand traps. So I think I saw the mice in Nguyen's hand. And it is, what is this? Few True Draco monsters, I think.
So he has Knowledge in hand, matches his Maiden.
And I think 2 Terraformings? Oh, I'm
not sure on that.
It looked like Terraform. Might be a Demise, one of them, or maybe 2. So he is playing Cosmic Cyclones in the main deck, so at least he is kind of prepared for the mirror match to interrupt some of the plays. He's setting 2 and passes here. What are those other spells? Did he open like with 3 Desires or something?
No, it didn't look like that.
Not even possible, he's only playing 2. Kind of curious what all the other spells are. Maybe True Draco spells which don't do anything right now, but he had several monsters, so he would be able to use them. So we see a Demise getting activated, gaining a monster, another Demise, and terraforming.
I think it wasn't the monster, it was the Monarch's Erupt.
Oh yeah, it's a trap card. So he's activating his diagram, destroying the Monarch's Erupt.
Okay.
Because he thinks it's not that effective in the mirror match, so rather let's get rid of it right now. And having already a continuous trap might be useful.
So for those of you who aren't familiar with the card itself, it says as long as you have no cards in your extra deck and you control tribute summon monster, that all effects of face-up monsters on the field are negated, except for tribute summon monsters entering the end phase. If you're not controlling a tribute summon monster, the card gets destroyed.
So it's kind of like a skill drain against all decks which don't like to tribute summon.
Exactly.
Which is like a lot of decks. So we see the activation of a True King's Return here. Is he trying to get out the Maiden here from the graveyard? Or is I think so.
Does he have a masterpiece or something?
That's a good question. I'm not sure what those 2 mystery cards are in his hand.
So he's destroying a terraforming. getting heritage.
Presumably he has maybe banished a few copies of his field spells, maybe one or two, so he does not need that many terraformings in his hand anymore. So he can rather use them as destruction fodder.
What I could imagine is that he has like a second terraforming face down.
So he is tributing 2 cards for Masterpiece and targeting...
Two traps at this point?
Yeah, Apocalypse and a True King's Return.
Okay. The play looks a little bit weird, but it makes sense because he has
Is he targeting now with both traps 2 times the same maiden? I think so, it would be more safe.
I mean, the play is alright because like this, he can use the heritage to draw 2 cards because maiden got destroyed.
And heritage counts both players' sides, fields and graveyards for the draw effect, which is really good during the mirror match. He's drawing a lot during this turn, I have to say. So getting a Cyclone, which is good, and I think it's the Dryad?
Oh, that could be really huge.
Yeah, it looks like it. So he still has another tribute summon in his True Draco Heritage if he wants to use it.
So he's going to use Masterpiece
destroying the
to return.
Which is a good choice because right now he has no targets to like really destroy in the field because he is not affected by trap cards. He's chaining Monarch Stormforth.
Okay, and now if he's chaining the Cosmic Cyclone on
on
that's
return,
huge.
And
that's
then he won't be able to
huge.
tribute summon, and yeah, the Stormforth will be a waste for this turn. So we see Dryad coming and Heritage destroying the diagram.
And now Hong is in a pretty bad position. I'm not sure. Does he play other outs to try to Masterpiece?
Regarding spells,
Yeah.
Stormforth is I think the only one. There's no like Raigekis or Dark Holes in the main deck. The other out would be Masterpiece itself.
But it's not like that superb out because without return he probably won't summon it protect by monsters, so he would also get destroyed by Masterpiece. And especially I think Dryad says that other tribute summon monster or True Draco cards cannot be targeted, so as soon as he's going to summon Masterpiece,
they cannot be targeted by opponent's card effects. And also they can't be destroyed by opponent's card effects, so this is like double protection. He can draw a few cards now, but the problem will be when he's activating a spell, he might just destroy the Magician and it will just fizzle.
Okay, I don't like that. I mean, that's pretty risky in my opinion.
Why is he searching the second copy?
Oh no, I think it doesn't make any
he's adding another one, so he will still have a Can he discard? Yeah, he just has to discard spellbook cards from his hand.
I'm not sure on that.
I think it just discards spell and traps from hand.
A spellbook, spell card, or
he's just
also monsters.
Okay, also monsters. Okay.
Okay, so
I think it states spellbook monsters, spellbook cards in general. So they are spellbook cards.
Okay. Yeah. So the judge clarified it.
Yeah.
Everything's fine. And now he has the monster on field,
which he can use for tribute summons.
Exactly.
Demise? Interesting, but I think he has too many monsters to use it effectively here. He still takes it. I think he will try to unload his hand now. See it if he can bait the Masterpiece destruction and then try to get with the Card of Demise to more resources. And to do the Desires as well there. The problem is I don't know what he's digging for in his deck here. What is the out he might be able to draw into?
Well, I think he needs continuous spell cards to get a way to get additional summons. And
I think he has like Tattoo Device now in his hand.
it's possible. Not sure if it. Yeah.
Yeah, and I don't think he had any outs here at this point.
So Kenny Doylebice takes the first game quite easily, you could say.
Yeah, he had a much better start. He had much more draw cards and really good draws, really good searches coming in here and there, making just more advantage in general compared to his opponent.
In the mirror match, it's already an advantage to go second, and then also the opening of Hong
was not strong.
Yeah, exactly. Was just not strong enough for the mirror match, especially with a demise and everything following up.
So let's say talk about siding. It's gonna be interesting because mirror match siding. Would you expect so many True Dracos running around here and there?
Surely, yeah.
Kind of, yeah.
I mean, normally a True Draco is deciding if it's either the main deck that is there to beat Pendulum Magicians and then siding accordingly for the mirror match, or you're going the other way around, like saying game 1, try to win the mirror match with all force, and then Pendulum is beatable after the side deck, after boarding.
Yeah, so we have a pretty straightforward side deck for Nguyen. We have 3 Reapers, which won't go inside of the side deck in the main deck. We have 2 Forbidden Chalice, which might be a nice tech card to make the Masterpiece unaffected or not destroy his field. Then we have triple Twin Twister, which are good going second, just destroying the back row. Triple Solemn Strike, which can be dodged easily in this deck, so I don't think this is a good option. Solemn Warning is always good, stopping the entire normal summon of any of the 2 Dracos is great, and the triple anti-spell are usually more for going first. The question is, who is going to go first in this game now?
It surely will be Kenny, because I'm pretty sure they both were expecting the mirror match, and in the mirror match it's such a huge advantage to go second. There aren't any cards around who would make it better to go first at this point. On Kenny's side, as I talked before, the main deck is really, it looks more or less to beat the mirror match, but also trying to get around Pendulum with Unending Nightmare and Cosmic Cyclones. For the side, I saw that he sided in the Cosmic Cyclone for sure. He's poured in 2 Saphions, which I'm not too sure why he did that, because I'm pretty sure he will go first, and Saphion is that great going first. And also the Chalice could be an option when he's going first, because Saphion is more or less like
the be and end all,
the card to beat in the mirror match, even though Hong decided to not play it at all.
No.
Which is kind of interesting in my opinion. But so far it worked out.
Oh wow.
And we see Kenny's hand.
Kenny has the Desires plus again. Okay.
Okay, so
Hong is again choosing to go first here.
That's interesting. Not sure if that's correct.
When he wants to start first, then I presume he has sided the warning and the anti-spell fragment just to slow down his opponent here. So he's going to dig deeper in his deck, but his opponent has a lot of draw cards as well for his next turn, so he needs to open like really strong here.
Yes, diagram.
He showed him the anti-spell now.
I think it was a parallel order actually.
Wasn't a parallel order? He showed him the trap at least. So he's showing with duality 2 True Draco spell and traps, and I don't think he's going to take the duality. He's taking the True Draco Phoenix.
So it could get quite interesting. So he's going probably with diagram now. Or is he just setting like a 5 back row?
Setting a monster?
No.
What is
that's
that?
diagram.
Ah, okay.
But yeah.
Okay. It's kind of confusing when he plays it this way.
Also, not that sure if I like that, to be honest, because the value that he will have from the demise isn't that great.
It depends on what he's gonna draw, and he's drawing like 3 spells, I think, again.
It's not even like there's no cards that he could draw to get now more of a field presence than the field spell with 4 back row and the monster or something like that.
Mm.
So
Did he draw
Not
one
that
monster and
sure.
2 spells? I think there's a Cyclone and
Cyclone,
Heritage.
and probably Maiden.
I think it's also Maiden. This way he can at least establish a Maiden already on the field. I just don't know, did he have any True Draco traps already in his hand before he set them? Because then he would have the interruption with Masterpiece during his opponent's turn.
So he's probably, yeah, he's going to search
He's going to
trap.
search it anyway, so he destroyed the True Draco Phoenix here.
Going to use Heritage to get the additional draw, I guess. Then using it to tribute summon the Maiden.
What is he going to draw?
Another.
Stormfall?
I think it's a trap card. I'm not sure on that. Still, I think he will end on Maiden with 5 back row. Pretty sure.
Yeah, I think the Cosmic Cyclone he will set definitely to just have another removal, and I think he will just tribute away either the Heritage or any of the other continuous spell and traps that he has set right now to just unlock the field for the trap to set the oh, he's directly going for Masterpiece
So
instead,
a Masterpiece,
which is unaffected by spell and traps, and discarding the Maiden instead in the end phase. So he's going to flip over. It's an ender spell.
Okay.
So he's going to chain the Cosmic Cyclone, of course, because it would have slowed him down so much. So does he have a second one? I don't think so. So now we see trying to bait something.
The Cosmic Cyclone on.
Yeah. He's going to set the second one.
Because at this point, actually, he's forced to use the Cosmic Cyclone or the Masterpiece for the back row. Just because he's not unaffected by monsters, so he would have had the immediate out to Masterpiece. So I'm actually not sure why he waited. Okay, so there's a Saphion.
He's drawing 3 monsters and a Dryad, I think.
Oh, it's true.
All the 3 monsters he drew. Wow. Kind of unfortunate with Demise to draw it into 3 monsters.
But what he can do now is like just summoning Saphion, go into the battle phase, and Hong is forced to use his Forbidden Chalice that he has face down, getting Kenny a draw from Saphion, and afterwards he can still like summoning his monsters with the continuous spell cards.
He still has this one, how do you call it? One Cosmic Cyclone face down, but I don't know how many spells he has there to use them.
Okay, so he draw another monster.
Oh, wow. He's not playing that many, isn't he? He's like playing 7, or no, with the side deck maybe like 8, 9, 10.
So really a series of unfortunate draws, but I think the game is still not over.
No.
Just basically because he's going to use another continuous spell cards. If Masterpiece is destroying one of them, he can use the destruction effect to get rid of the diagram, to slowing down.
So he's flipping over the True Draco Phoenix.
Hong as well.
He drew another Zephion, someone is saying. So here he's chaining the Cosmic Cyclone. So I presume on the effect for the tribute summon, so he only has a Heritage left if he has any to do another normal summon, otherwise he will have to discard 3 cards in the end phase. Or he has to, oh, that's unfortunate. So, do we see a Masterpiece end phase effect? Would you recommend it or not?
I think it's correct to use it at this point. Like the only thing you don't want to hit at this point would be the second Phoenix.
There once per turn, I think, the graveyard effect. So it
yeah,
won't
but
even
Phoenix
trigger.
was banished, so he could still use
yeah.
the destruction effect.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. So he top deck another True Draco Phoenix card, so he will recycle 3 cards and draw another one.
But Kenny don't give up on this game, so maybe his back row has a way to get back into it.
The problem is the back row won't deal with Masterpiece at all because it's unaffected by spell and traps, so they can't do that much against him.
Well, the question is if it's necessary that they beat the Masterpiece. For example, if there is another card of Demise face down, stuff like that, to get the draws, to get into a position where you can.
I think he had desires as well, but I think he didn't want to draw again, like more monsters. So he is destroying the trap with Diagram and searches Ignis Heat.
Yeah, so he's tribute summoning Ignis
Yeah,
over the Phoenix.
He's trying to get rid of the back row step by step and trying to get more spells as well, because when he's trying to chain, then he will get an Heritage or something back, and yeah, that's it.
Problem was in the end the life points. Yeah, so.
And not only that, I think the draws were so bad for Kenny.
I mean, yeah, it depends on the back row. If he has like another demise, the game isn't over at this point. But with the life points, Hong was able to just like go for a game at this point. So yeah, Hong takes it.
And we will see a third game. So what do you think? Will his opponent try now to start or not to start? That's a question, because you anticipated a completely different behavior from Huang, but he just said, no, I want to start, and he made it with his decision.
I will probably bet all my money that Kenny is going second in this game. Yeah, especially with his setup with the third Saphion that gets in to the whole party. There's no reason, like I said, it's no real reason if you're not drawing particularly good with demise and everything to go first in this matchup. But yeah.
Let's see if the players will disagree with this opinion. So both players deciding their choices.
That are in the top 4, we have here the True Draco mirror match, and in the other semi-final we have the Burning Abyss Phantom Knight of Peter Heine against Andre Farkas with his Pendulum Magician.
Yes.
Which we will stream after this game.
When they are not already finished.
They are waiting for us, so basically as soon as this match is over, we are going to start the second top 4 feature match.
Great. So I think Huang is still debating what he wants to decide in. He's not quite sure if he is going to go first now or not first. He's maybe he's hiding now for both, like partially going first, partially going second.
Also,
it's like a mind game here up to this point right now, because both players, have different opinions about True Draco, how to play them, and how to execute the plays. Yes, we have Pendulum Magicians against BA for the second top 4 match, which we had also in the previous feature match, which was also BA against Pendulum Magicians, where Peter Heine won.
Okay.
So now they will start. So the question is, who is going first here? Kenny had the choice. What was his decision? He agrees with you. He's let him going second. But we see a demise as well. Just for 2 cards though, because he had the monster in his hand.
Luckily, didn't lose any money.
So
but the hand of Kenny is really good. Like, he has the store for a potential masterpiece that is unaffected by monster and trap cards, which is the best one in the mirror match. And Nguyen is Hong is still in a position where he needs now, especially continuous spell cards to summon monster from his hand if he draws any monsters.
So let's see, what is he going? He's going setting in. Is he going to discard 3 cards in the attack?
He has to discard 2 cards,
so he had only this one continuous trap and nothing else?
Oh, and there's the Saphion,
so he will immediately just shuffle back everything.
That game could be over.
Oh, he has the warning. He has that one warning. to stop his opponent.
That was really important at this point, because otherwise the game would have been over.
We have a Demise on the other side, but how many monsters does he has? Does he want... No, I think he will just pass here. Or is he going to... Oh no, he has only spells, so he can still just go for the Demise, try to restore some resources.
It's actually funny, like both players are drawing it the whole time, the Demise, so it's not even it's a good card, but not the biggest advantage, because both have them the whole time. So he's going now with Diagram.
It looks like Demise is searchable in both decks. They always have Demise in their starting hand.
Okay, so Kenny's in a great spot because he knows two things basically, or he knows one important thing, that Hong doesn't have any continuous spell cards face down, so he can pop without any fear face down cards with his continuous spell cards.
So the first one is getting blown out by Cyclone. Maybe he has triple Cyclone, that would be a lot.
So he's probably going to use the Cosmic Cyclone from his hand and afterwards setting face down.
Yeah, because he does not want to discard it for free.
Yeah. Okay, that's interesting.
He did not. I think he wants to use it more defensively than offensively here. He does have the trap.
Yeah, the trap was I think pretty sure that he had one, but he didn't have normal summon left.
He didn't have any normal summon left for this masterpiece because he has normal summoned the blue boy. Spellbook Magician of Prophecy. So
okay,
I'm pretty
well, the card is banished.
The card is banished, so he does not have it on the field. Maybe he's confused here. The banished zone should never be where the feed spell zone is.
Okay, so we see the activation of Diagram. He's probably just going to attack for 3,200. Yeah, 3,250. Kenny isn't playing anything, yeah, to deal with that.
So let's see if he sees the CMA phase 2 Demise maybe. Yeah, now he's telling him like move it more away because it's banished. So do we see Demise main phase 2? Or maybe he wants to do something with the Diagram here. So I think his opponent is trying to stop the Diagram. So both diagrams got banished, and now we see the Demise getting flipped.
Okay, now Hung is, I think, in a good position because he still have his normal summon left, but I think he drew...
I can't see exactly
one monster, and the other two cards aren't... I'm not sure, probably two traps.
He still has a normal summon left, so if it's a monster, he can try to normal summon it.
So he could like just yeah.
Yeah, it's another masterpiece, and now it's one which is unaffected by a monster and traps.
And now the Stormforth of Kenny will get in huge at this point.
Depending on if he's getting any monsters which are tribute summonable. So we see the Stormforth getting flipped, which is getting Imperial Order. Do we see something in response to the Imperial Order? Does he have another Cyclone? Because then the Stormforth will have no effect during this turn. Okay. I think he's just tributing now his own masterpiece. Now they have both two masterpieces. The problem is with this masterpiece, he's still affected by monster effects, so the masterpiece of Hong can just destroy him.
So for Kenny to get back into this game, the last face-down card has to be a Heritage, which could draw 3 cards at this point.
In his position, I would just destroy with Masterpiece the back row and just destroy the Masterpiece during his next turn, because
if he's destroying the back row, he can just double kill the Masterpieces, because
That's true.
there's no field spell left on the field, even though you can see both, but they're both banished.
Yeah, they're
by
both banished.
seconds.
It's a
Oh,
demise.
yes,
Both, but all of them have like triple demise starting in.
unbelievable this game.
Unbelievable. They're just drawing for days. He drew 2 traps and maiden, which won't be useful here because he has already ate up his normal summon. So I presume he would just set the 2 traps.
So I would try to go with Masterpiece to just double kill it before using the effect, like hoping that maybe Hong isn't aware that he could destroy the Masterpiece.
I think he's probably aware of it. He hasn't seen any monster coming down except the Masterpiece this turn. So he's setting 2 traps. Is he going to the end phase straight? Yeah, he's going straight to the end phase here. So I think we would see the Masterpiece definitely getting activated on Hong's side here.
And now, yeah, it would make sense to destroy back row.
Because now he's unaffected by him, and the other Masterpiece is like not a factor here right now because he won't attack him, and he is unaffected by Masterpiece's effect anyway. Masterpiece can just disrupt his back row, yes, but not his opponent's Masterpiece. Yeah, both traps won't be that helpful right now on the field. Let's see if he's going to hit 2 Draco's Return. Let's see what the other card is that the opponent's Masterpiece is doing. It's a Twin Twister.
Okay, that's
So
interesting.
he got Unending Nightmare. So I think it's the other one is Apocalypse, I think.
I think so, yeah. So on Hong's side, I think the correct play would be now to, first look with Duality.
Oh god.
Okay, so we see
we see just demises for days.
Yeah, so he's going to destroy the back row at this point again.
Yes. Which is, I think Apocalypse isn't doing anything right now.
That's interesting. To choose to destroy the Masterpiece. Well, he puts him on a 1-turn clock concerning damage like this. But I mean, the Masterpiece he can still out it next turn.
Yeah. So, and he will try to resolve this. Is it like the 3rd or 2nd one he's using in this? I think it's the 3rd one.
In this game, we see.
Maybe we see another top deck of Demise on the opponent's side as well.
Yeah, we're at the position where I think he needs to draw the Demise to have a small chance to get back.
With his luck, I think he will maybe be able to do that.
We will see.
I think we have an Heritage here on the in his hand, which might get him a few draws. Why don't he can maybe just search another one because there's a Masterpiece who was sent to the graveyard, which you can get a draw for the Heritage. Another Heritage, you can get more draws. But I think he does not even want that. He's just trying to recover some of his resources and get
I think that's
ahead of the curve, so he just not get deck out and has more options left for the late game. So, let's see how much the searching gods of of our Kenny are there for searching the last demise from his deck. So he draws another card and sets 2. Wow, he has like so much advantage. 5 to 1. It's a duality. Let's see if we see another demise. We see a Desires.
There's the Demise.
Unbelievable, unbelievable. All 6 demises. Every turn a demise.
This game is crazy.
This game is just crazy. I have never seen my life going like through like 6 turns and having every turn demise. Every turn demise.
But
it's
now
unbelievable.
Even with the Demise,
Yeah, he needs like really strong cards here. Another Desires to get more resources.
So he drew
Zephion.
Saphion. So that's the way back in
That's
this
way
game.
back into the game. Wow, it's unbelievable. It's a back and forth here. So let's see what he's going to draw here. It's another Zephion and a spell card, I think.
It looked like a Pot of Duality, but not sure on that.
Either Duality or maybe another field spell. This is unbelievable.
So yeah.
I think it's a dry diagram here that he has. So he's going to normal summon Zephion. I think the warning is already out from I think in the I don't even remember if it was this game or last game.
I think it was in the beginning of this game.
Yeah.
So,
So he's going to attack with it.
so if
Does he have
Hong
any
has
chalices or
chalice,
something?
it's game at this point.
He's playing 2 in a side deck, so it might be possible that he has one.
Or even the skill drain would also be game.
Skill Drain is a good choice. I don't think that he has any other negation cards there. No.
But I think skill drain you would side it out in the mirror match. Like there's no reason to.
Yeah, it's the only purpose it serves there. It's like tribute fodder.
Yeah.
That's it. Which it's not that great at it here in the mirror match, because it costs another 1,000 life points if you want to activate it. So I think then it was a smart move to get the Phoenix to just get more resources back, so that
Okay,
he. So
back to square one.
back to square one. So both are starting again. It's like as if Fiber Jar is legal again.
But I think Kenny has 2 monsters in hand, so.
So you, yeah.
So if. Oh, it's resolving.
People are already voting up for the 4th demise. Let's see if we see any.
Hopefully not.
Maybe someone shuffled some demises back with some funky cards, which we didn't see.
Yeah, but I think the game is still over in the favor of Hong because.
The problem is
now
the
he's going
Safian is gonna leave the field next turn.
But not only that, because he's now going to search a heritage or any continuous spell card for an additional tribute summon, which Masterpiece will just destroy the heritage, and he has to discard his hand afterwards.
Yeah, and it will just
And
fizzle from there.
Yeah.
And then, yeah, he still has the Masterpiece, which is unaffected by spell, by trap and monster effects, I think.
Yeah. Okay, yeah, as soon as he's going to use
The effect, any one of both, the draw or the tribute sound effect, he will immediately destroy it.
yeah, I mean there's no reason if Kenny is using first
If
draw
he has a
effect,
second one, then he has a second one. So like, what are the odds here? Why would you like? How many cards will he draw with this?
you could say it like this, probably it okay.
Interesting. He did not choose to stop it. So now we have a Masterpiece which both Masterpieces unaffected by monster effects.
No, he didn't use Masterpiece so far this turn, right?
No, but he is unaffected by monster effects as well. So
Okay, that was really weird.
so he's destroying the Cyclone. Interesting. So what did Tong draw? So he's trying to crash both of them, and passing turn. So now they are top decking. Yeah, the now only Desires can get you more draws in because all the demises are already gone. He's tribute summoning for Igniseed and his
That's
opponent's
game.
Coops.
Okay, so Hong takes a pretty
The last game
third
was
game.
super intense.
with demises everywhere.
Top decks like top decks after top decks.
What else can we say? Hong
Hong-
Shuang Nguyen
Yeah.
is in the final of the Grand Open in Berlin with his pure Draco.
It's True Draco Spellbook. Yeah, it's a small spellbook engine that he's playing there, which gives him a small edge here and there. And yeah, we will be back in a few seconds with the next top 4 match. Don't
I
we?
think so. Maybe we could like quickly talk about the match because
Yes,
it's still
of course.